Hello guys, this is Maza thejrocker. This in-store event with Access Trace, I'll have to hold my camera with one of my hands because when I put it on the table and everywhere else in my room, this annoying noise comes on, and when I hold it like this, the noise disappears. I'm not sure where it comes from. Anyway, so I came home for like a half hour ago from Access Trace in-store event at Sealik in Shinsaibashi, Osaka, Japan. Today it is Saturday, November 26, 2016. I'm so happy and I'm not sure where to begin. They had a mini acoustic live and they had signing session and handshake session. And I'm blown away because I have been following Access Trace since 2008 when I became a J-Rock fan, and being able to meet a band that you've been following for so long is the most incredible feeling in the world. I'm not sure how else to describe them. Access Trace is also a female J-Rock band, which means all the members are the female, as I just said. And they are so amazing, they're so adorable, so... I'm lost in words, I was so lost in words. And the fact that I actually met Diallo for 6 days ago, and that now I all of a sudden got in-store event tickets to Access Trace. It is a little bit short in between, I can feel, because I still haven't calmed down after Diallo's meet and greet experience and everything, but so when I met Ancafe and Greva and I saw Deviloof, Ancafe and then Deviloof and then Greva, it was like at least 1 or 2 weeks in between each. But this time it was 6 days and it was very short in between Diallo and Access Trace. But it was super fun. So this is gonna be my meet and greet in-store event experience with Access Trace. So yeah, let's get to it. So I came to Sealink 1.5 hours before they started. They were a little bit delayed because I'm not sure the reason, but it didn't matter for me, and I hadn't eaten any breakfast, so about some breakfast it was good because I really needed it. And then I was sitting and waiting, and it was like 5 minutes before they were gonna let us in, but 5 minutes before they were supposed to let us in, the band arrived, Access Trace arrived, came out from the elevator, and I was so shocked, and Umi, my favorite member, one of the guitarists in Access Trace, she looked at me and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And second guitarist Miko dropped something on the floor almost, and one of the staff members had to help her to carry it because they had everything with them, guitars and everything. So, and yeah. So they went inside, and then all of us were standing outside and waiting outside where Ancafe also had their acoustic live. It was in the same room. And the fun thing was that this time it was not too many fans, not too little fans, it was something like in between. And it was actually half boys, half girls. So it was as many boys as girls this time. It was super fun to see, because when it was Diallo, it was basically only girls. So it was fun to see something different for once, to see that Access Trace actually had a very diverse, very, very mixed kind of. It was all ages as well, There were older guys, very older guys, younger girls, younger guys, older girls. It was everything today. You could see everything. It was so cool to experience that. It was something new for me to experience. So they were doing their rehearsal, and you could basically see, because there was no door or anything in between, so I was standing there looking at them, and they went through some of their songs, and I was like, oh my god, I'm seeing them, oh my god. Then when they were done, they came out and went into Sealink store, actually the actual store, which is next door, next room next to the acoustic live room, or where they hold instruments as well. And Umi came out, I was always catching up with her because she's so cool, she's so awesome. She was like, to everyone, I was like, yes, I'm dead. And then the guy who was at Diallo in-store event as well as Dan Cafe, he's working at Sealink, the guy that I'm talking about. He was like, oh, show the tickets, find your spot. My number was number 18. And I was sitting on the second row. I'm gonna switch my hand because my hand started to get tired. I was on the second row and it was super fun. I had a very good spot. And then the guy came in and was explaining everything, like rules after event. It's gonna be a signing session, handshake session, everything. You can leave presents, talk with them a little short, and everything like that. You know, the basic normal. And my question, he also asked question to the band, but my question got lost in my bag, so I couldn't find it. But I had the same question that I had to Diana, which are your favorite movie? Because I found out yesterday that I was gonna meet them today, so I hadn't prepared anything at all. I was like blank in my head, so it didn't matter that I actually forgot my question. So let's get to the actual part where Exit Trace comes in, shall we? So I'm gonna cut here and I'm gonna continue. So the guy was like, rules, rules, rules. Then he was like, they're a little bit late. I was like, everything is late, but it doesn't really matter. And then they came in. And then they came in, everyone was like clapping, like it was higher, better claps than, or what you can say, during the dialogue, because everyone was like, this one it was a little bit higher. So they came in, they were like talking a little bit and introducing themselves kind of, and the guy started to ask them questions, and these questions were so hard for me to understand. They had 3 questions, and they were like mixed, like how do you think the new mini album is, lives, how is the members or something like that, and I really didn't understand the questions, or I didn't even catch up the answers, but everyone was laughing a lot, so I guess it was good answers. I did understand a bit, but it's too hard to explain actually. But they were all so cute and smiling and everything. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And then they were talking and talking and talking, and they were explaining about their lives. They're gonna have a live show here in Osaka later in December. I was like, how am I gonna get a ticket to that? Because I'm not sure how to get a ticket. But I'm gonna explain to you later how to get a ticket, because it was easier than I thought this time. Then they were gonna you can always tell I'm still nervous, right? Then they had their acoustic mini live. They played 5 songs. And I do remember all 5 songs this time, and I actually wrote them up. So the 5 songs that they were doing acoustic was, most of them, or basically all of them, came from their new mini album, which is this one. Now I have picked up the front page. I'm gonna see the front page later because it's signed. Yeah, like this. And they played 5 songs. The first song was Psychedelic. This is hard to pronounce since it's in English. Psychedelic, sorry if I'm totally out of in the blue right now. Black Night. That was the easiest part of this song. And then they had a song called Royal Straight Magic, easy to say apparently. And they had a third song, Yokai no Hikari. Apparently Japanese songs are easy to pronounce. 4th song, Get Back. The 5th song, last song, Sky. I think that was the right order. That's how I remember it. All of these songs were amazing. They performed the first song, and it was super cool, and it was like clapping with, and they had so good eye contact, the entire band, and I had very good spot on you and Miko, and the other one was a little bit hard to see because a girl was sitting right in front of Mali, and Yu was sitting right in front of Umi because Umi was behind, and Naoto was basically behind Miko, so it was a little bit hard to see those 3. But it was cool in any way. So they played the first song, it was so good. I mean, hearing them live, I thought I was in heaven. I thought I was in heaven, really. I came to heaven during that time. And then after the first song, Miko actually dropped her plectrum in her acoustic guitar, and everyone was laughing, and Umi tried to help her to get it out, but it wouldn't get out, so she turned the guitar upside down and flipped over and tried to get the plectrum out, and she was like, man, we only have 2 plectrums. Umi said that. We had 2 plectrums. What are you gonna do now? And Miko was like, I need to get it out. After a little bit trying, the plectrum fell on the floor and everyone was laughing. And then they continued with their second song. After the second song, everyone was like clapping in between. Of course, everyone was clapping every song and like woo, going back and forth. During the second song, Joe was talking about a lot of things about their lives and everything such, and how they've been as a band, and all these things that bands talked about. And then in the middle of her talking, actually a piece of her hair came into her mouth, and she was like, sorry, like sorry. I don't know, everyone was laughing. So they were talking a lot, and then they had the three songs, the three last songs. They had two songs straight after each other. Then they had a little pause between the fourth and the fifth song, so they were talking a lot about thank you for coming today, come to our live, all this information that bands always talk about. You get used to that by now. And then they had their last songs, guy. All these songs come from their mini album, as I said. Royal Straight Magic is the name, and they have a song named like that, as I said. And I think you should buy this album because it's very good songs, and I love these songs, and they sounds amazing live. Acoustic live, man, I love that one. 10 points out of 10 for sure. And they were thanking everyone for coming, and everyone was like, woo, 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 all the time. And they were so happy, the members were so smiling, and they were talking, and I think Umi and Naoto were the ones who were talking like the smallest. And the Mali was like this funny girl. Joe and Miko was like, yeah, cool, yeah, talking. It was very fun, to see them so happy, and they made me happy because of that as well. And I think that's all I can remember from this acoustic live. I know a lot of more things happened, but since I didn't understood all, it's hard to explain what they were actually talking about. As long as you laugh, it's something good, right? And they were very fun because they said something about Mali, and she started laughing so bad, and everyone was laughing so bad, and it was so fun. So I'm gonna cut here because next part would be the most interesting part, when I actually got the chance to talk to them face to face, and I almost had a breakdown during this moment. I'm gonna get back to you guys, okay? Maza is back. So now we have come to the actual meet and greet part. The first row had the chance to go first, of course, and then the second row, then the third row. I was so nervous, you have no idea. And I actually put the gifts. I gave away bracelets, 5 bracelets that I made in the same way. And I bought a little chocolate box or something like that and put in the box where you could leave the gifts. And I was gonna give away one of my necklaces to Umi, a dragon, but this necklace actually got down somewhere in my bag, and I couldn't bear to look for it. I tried to look for it but couldn't find it, and then I found it. I was gonna give this one to Umi. I had this since 2014 or something like that, and I wanted to give it to her since she's so special to me. She means so much to me. Even though she's a girl, don't take anything wrong here. I'm still, I like guys, but she's so cool. And yeah, so next time I'm gonna give this one to her. Stupid handbag. My bag loses everything in this one, even though it's not big. It's big enough to lose things in it. I mean, 2 things, on one day. So I put the gifts down in the box next to Umi. Umi was first out, and then there were like a few people before me, of course, and I had this, I want this one signed. I'm gonna show it later, so I handed it out to her, and I was like, konnichiwa. She was like, konnichiwa. She was smiling, and all of them were so tall. They were all of them were taller than me, so I felt very small. And she was like signing, and her eyebrow piercing, everything, her hair and her style. I was like, oh my god, she is so cool in the real life. I have no idea, she was so cool. And I was so nervous, and at that moment I was on my way to cry almost. I felt like it was coming. And I was like, oh, Domerigato. I couldn't say their names. Neither one of their names came out. But I said, Domerigato, Totomurushides, and she gave this one sign back to me. And she's left-handed, and I forgot to tell her that I'm also left-handed. But anyway, I take it next time. And she was like handing out her hand, and I shook it, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to let go of her. And I was like, Watashi wa Totomurushides. I have no idea how many times I said Watashi wa Totomurushides during this meet and greet, which means I'm very happy. And then she was like, arigato, arigato, and everything. I was like, oh my god, her smile is killing me. She's killing me. Oh my god, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cry, what I'm gonna do. And then I said, Watashi wa Sweden kara kimashita. So this time I managed to say it. That I come from Sweden, but ima, 勉強しました that I'm studying here right now. When she thought it was very cool, she said, すごいいいね you see this, and I was like, arigato, arigato, no arigato, and I was like this, no arigato, no arigato, and she actually realized how much this meant to me, and I was blown away, and she was smiling, and I was like that, and then I was like, thank you, and then I had to go to next, and there was Miko, and I was like, konnichiwa, konnichiwa, and her smile also killed me, all of their smiles killed me, and she signed it, and I was like, domo arigato, totemo urishii desu, watashi wa totemo urishii desu, and to her I didn't say Sweden kara kimashita, I thought she maybe heard when I told Omi that, so I was like, I'm not gonna say it too many times. It's like arigato, arigato, watashi wa totemo urishii desu, urishii desu. That was like the only thing I could say to her. And I shook her hand, and oh my god, I didn't want to let go of her either. And then it came to Jo, and Jo was so cool, she's I mean, Miko was very pretty, and Jo was cool as Umi. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. And she signed, and Miko, of course, also signed and gave it back to me before it shook their hands. So you got your CD or this booklet signed, and then you could shake hands. That was like the kind of order. So I gave a booklet, Joe signed it, Miko signed it, Umi signed it, and then the handshake came. I got a little bit confused there, sorry. And then I was like, oh, domarigato, shook your hand, domarigato, watashi wa totemo urishii desu, hontou ni, hai, totemo urishii desu, arigato, arigato, and all of them were like, arigato, and Joe was like, oh, domarigato, come to her live, yes, I will, and also Miko said that, come to her live, I was like, yes, I want to, I'm not sure how to get a ticket though, it's the problem, I haven't sorted that out yet, how to get tickets like that, even though I have tickets already to other gigs, but, and to other York bands, but, yeah. And then I handed over my booklet to Naoto, and I was like, Naoto looks so, a little bit scary. I don't think she's scary, but she has that very cool, amazing look, a lot of piercings, long black hair, and contact lenses and everything. And I was like, konnichiwa to her, I said konnichiwa to everyone, and she was like, konnichiwa, very, very silent. She signed, and I was like, arigato, arigato, and to her I was like, at that time I was on my way to cry. I had it in my throat, it came back in my throat. And I was like, domo arigato, totemo urishii desu, and she's like, hontou arigato, domo arigato ne, totemo arigato, like that. And we're like, arigato, urishii desu, back and forth. And she gave me a smile, and I was like, Naoto she smiled to me. I'm dead, okay, I was dead. And then I was handed over to last member, which was Mari. And Mari was so smiling, she was smiling as well. She was a very pretty girl, and she signed, and was like, arigato, totemo urishii desu, hontou, hai, arigato, domo arigato, and I said, like, hajime, yeah, it was like, this first time I see you guys live, and she was like, hontou, really, I was like, yes, first time ever, and I said, ima wa, I didn't say ima, I said, watashi wa Sweden kara kimashita, and since Naoto didn't have a fan at her place, because the fan was like at Miko at that moment, the fan who was after me, so it was like a little gap in between, so Naoto was actually listening to mine and Mari's conversation. And I said, watashi wa Sweden kara kimashita, and she didn't really hear because it was loud noise around. I was like, Sweden kara kimashita, and she was like, hontou, oh my god, sugoi. And Naoto was like, wow, and I was like, but now I live in Japan, here in Osaka, and I study. She's like, oh, benkyo, nihongo, hai, watashi wa benkyo shimashita, nihongo de. And she was like, oh my god, sugoi, yeah, benkyo, ganbarimasu. And she was like, good luck with your studies. I was like, Mari said, good luck to your studies to me. I was like, oh my god, and Naoto was very impressed. She was like, sugoi, at the side there. Like, she was looking at me like, oh wow. And Mari was like, come to her live. Yes, I will. And I looked at Naoto. I will come to your live. And they were like, yeah, see you then. Otskare-sama. And I was like shaking hands, and I didn't want to let go. And they were like, I hold all of their hands so long, like I held Rookie's hand during the cassette meet and greet earlier this year. and I didn't want to let go. And at that time, they actually realized, both Naoto and Mari realized how much I've been waiting for this moment since I said it was my first time and I now live here. And at that time, I kind of had a little bit of breakdown in my body. But so I was like, Oscar-sama, Oscar-sama, arigato, and then I went out and I was waving to them. They were waving to me because the fan hadn't still come to Naoto when I actually went out. But I was so shocked that I actually had to get out because I needed to calm myself down. And then that's when, you know, the tears came. Kind of a few tears came, and I was so shocked. I was so happy. And I looked at my signed booklet and I was like, I made it. I made it. I couldn't believe I made it, you know. I have met and talked with Exis Trace. So I was waiting outside a little bit, and then I realized that a girl from Link was actually selling tickets to their shows around in Tokyo and Osaka. So I was like, I need to have one. So I actually bought a ticket to their concert later in December. So now I have 3 concerts and 2 in-store events in December, and I'm crazy. I'm addicted to this, and I am more addicted than ever to Europe now. But it's good. I wouldn't change it for anything. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna finish off here. This is my concert ticket, and this is my signed booklet. I hope you can see it. They were so amazing. Let me see if I can switch down like this. Look at these. I don't remember all of them. I think this is Mari, this is Umi, this is Naoto, this is Jo, and this is Miko. Man, now my nose started to rain. So this camera is done. I'm gonna get back to you guys because I'm not really done yet, okay? I'm gonna squish my memory card. So I'm gonna finish off this move a little bit better because it wasn't good enough. So here again are the autographs that I got from Exis Trace, and as you can see, I didn't quite remember all of them. I think, as I just said, that this is, if we're gonna go over again, this is Umi's because it's next to Umi. This is Miko's. She made a little heart there. Look at that one. Isn't that a cute one? And I think this one, this is yours. You can see the J here. J. This is Naoto. You can see it's an N going woo. And this is Mari. I think it's Mari. Yeah, it should be Mari because it's next to her shoes here. So I'm super happy, guys. You have no idea what this means to me. These girls are my diamonds. You see, now my throat got a little bit strange. These girls are my diamonds, that's what I was gonna say. And I love these girls so much, and I can't wait to see them live, because if they are this good on an acoustic live as they were today, they are even better during a real live, you know. So I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna live life to the fullest, which I'm already doing. So to Exis Trace from me, I'm gonna finish off this video here because my battery is soon, you know, finished again. To Exis Trace from Maza from Sweden, thank you, domo arigato so much. You know this, no idea what this means to me, and now my English started to get a bit strange again. Domo arigato gozaimashita, Exis Trace. Watashi wa totemo urishii desu. Domo arigato for making one of my biggest Geox dreams ever coming true today. Through, what's true for? Well, making my dreams coming true. I can't say it. Making my dreams coming true. Coming true today. Man, this is harder than I thought. 日本語はとっても簡単ですよ。でも英語はとても難しいですよ。何本当にでもいいです。はい。そうだね。いやね、皆さん。また明日多分明日ね。じゃあね、どうもありがとう皆さん for watching this video. Maza thejrocker is out with Exis Trace. If you haven't checked out Exis Trace yet, you should do it, because this is the best J-rock band ever with female members, right? They rock, they are amazing, they are worth everything, and it was worth the waiting to wait 8 years for them, and a little bit more than 8 years. It was worth everything, and I would never ever forget this moment and these memories with the members smiling at me and telling me things that I should do my best in school and everything. This means the world to me. I'll keep it in my kokoro forever. Itsumo. Exis Trace, moichido. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. aishiteru, even though I didn't say daisuki or anything today, but I really do love you. I love you all 5 of you. Umi, Naoto, Mari, Yo, and Miko. Aishiteru. Maza the thejrocker is now out. I'm so happy, guys. I wanna cry again. So happy.